Hey, it's Sydney, and today I'm going to talk about what to do when you're in a funk. And when it comes to getting out of a funk, it's pretty simple in terms of the principle behind it. You basically have to realize and remember the fact that you are in control of your life, you're in control of what you do and feel and think, and then you snap out of it. It is a snap moment, and you always have the choice as to when you get out of the funk. Today I'm not going to talk about that. Today I'm not going to talk about how to get out. We're going to talk about what to do when you're still in it, when you still haven't reached that point where you've made the decision to snap out of that. The first thing you want to do while you're still in a funk is to not take your feelings too seriously. Don't take your thoughts too seriously, because you're in a different mental space. You're in a different state of mind and state of being, and that state is probably not coming from a place of your highest power and strength, because clearly you feel off. It's a funk. It's pretty much the definition of it. So the thoughts and the feelings that you're having when you're in this state are not something you want to be taking seriously or acting upon. And that includes the feeling when you're in a funk that everything needs to be taken seriously. And an easy way to figure out whether or not you should be doing something or not is if you think that everything is serious. If you're in a place where you feel like everything is serious and there's a lot at stake and it's, serious business, chances are you're not in the best place to be making decisions, because those decisions and those actions that you take from those decisions are going to be coming from a place of fear or lack or obligation, where you aren't really thinking about what it is that is most important to you and why you really want to be acting on something. Because when you're in a funk, your thoughts and your emotions and the things that you feel like you should do and you have to do are coming from a contracted state of mind. And when you're in that contracted state of mind, you're not able to see the bigger picture of what's important to you. And when you're in that contracted state, it becomes more difficult to see possibility and how to move towards different possibilities, because your mind starts to loop over the same thoughts and emotions of generally frustration and sadness and just feeling a little bit strange, a little bit stuck, a little bit maybe even angry if it gets that far, a little bit sad. And generally when you're in that state, the thoughts and feelings that you create are more towards keeping you fixed into that same loop of I can't do anything, I'm stuck here, I can't do anything, I'm stuck here. And when you're in that place, you may tend to even dismiss possibilities. I know I do when I'm in that kind of place. Oh, maybe I can know. And I should, but I don't. It just feels like a very strange, very stuck place, when really, in the end, feeling stuck or feeling like you're moving towards something is mostly a state of mind. You could feel really stuck when you're doing a lot of things, or you could feel like you have a lot of momentum when you're actually doing relatively little. It depends on your mind and your clarity on what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. And when you're in that weird zone, that clarity tends to not be there, because you aren't generating the thoughts and emotions that create that clarity. So you can't take them that seriously when it's happening, when you don't feel clear and you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you want and everything's sort of strange. Those things aren't going to help you get out of that state. So that's what you want to be doing while you're in there. Don't pay attention to that stuff. It is not going to help you out. It's generally a matter of knowing that your thoughts are important and the quality of your thoughts are important. And also, don't take everything you think so seriously, and don't listen to all your thoughts. Okay, the second thing I want to say is, when you're in a funk, continue to do your work. And this can mean your work, your actual work, but I also mean the things that you do on a day-to-day basis for your own life. That can be your job, because that is contributing to your ability to exchange your effort for other people's effort through earning money and spending that money and doing other things. But off topic, Sidney, off topic. That work can also be continuing to do the things that you do for your own self-care. Chances are, if you're in a funk, you've probably dropped off a few of those things. I know for me, if I find myself in a weird place mentally and emotionally, it's generally because of me not doing what I should do, that I know helps every time. And then that realization is like, oh, right, do the thing. Okay. So you continue the things that you normally do for your self-care and to maintain a sense of how you want your life to be. The things that you'd like to have in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean just self-care aspects, but different parts of your work or hobbies that you normally do anyway because you just enjoy those things. Even though generally when you're in a funk, those things may not feel so hot, like you don't enjoy them as much and they feel slightly off because of the state you're in. Just continue doing it so that you're maintaining at least a base level of doing stuff. And because being in a funk feels like you're slowing down and you don't have momentum or you feel stuck, doing things helps you feel less stuck, even if the feelings you have during that funk are saying, I don't want to do this right now. Because, well, as before in the previous point, don't take those feelings so seriously. Keep doing what you're doing, keep doing the stuff that you know is important to you, even if right now you don't feel it. You know from past experience and past thinking that you've done, quality thinking that you've done, that those things are important, so keep doing them. And last thing I want to do is just give a couple more pointers, just really quick fire ones. Like, avoid making big life-shaping decisions when you're in this state, because those decisions that you make from that state are not going to be quality decisions. If you're able to, you can also try accessing the thoughts that you have when you're not in a funk. For me, I can do this because I have journals, lots and lots of journals. And sometimes when I'm in a strange place and I feel out of touch with myself or with what I'm doing, I can just read through those old journals and find all the cool things that I've thought about and that I've reflected upon. And honestly, it kind of makes me feel a lot better about myself to see how I consistently think in my life. And even though when I read through those things, I can see different up and down points, there is also that general underlying theme of, oh wow, this is what I actually care about. This is the thing that I'm consistently talking about. This is what I'm about generally when I talk about my own thoughts for myself. So that's useful if you have past journal material that you can look through. And ultimately, all this is doing is things that will help you move towards that snapping point where you realize, I don't have to be in this state, and you do something about it. These are all things that you can do that are going to move you towards that point. And if this is interesting for you and you want to know more about not just what to do in a funk, but how to actually get out of it, certain things that I find helpful for snapping out of it as quickly as possible, then I can make a video next week if you like on that topic. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and if you have any suggestions about what kinds of videos you want to see, what topics you would like me to make videos about, just leave a comment and tell me. And also, if you haven't yet, you can subscribe, and if you like this video, you can give it a like. And if you found it helpful and you think it could help someone else, then it would be really cool if you could share it. That's all. I will leave. There will be various links around me right now for your viewing pleasure. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much. Bye bye.